The next step is to have the crate hit something, and that something is destroyed along with the crate and the explosion instantiates as well. So you should go to Maya and make some stuff that you're going to hit. But for now, we'll just do something very, very simple, like a sphere. And the one and only thing that we will need to do, the way we're going to do things today, is give a tag to the things which we want to be able to hit. So we're going to need to go to the tag area here on any one of the elements over here in the hierarchy. Will allow you to go to add tag, and there's an empty space for a tag we'll call object to hit. Object to hit, capitals, no spaces. And so now let's make that sphere into a prefab. Great, and delete the original. So now we can go to the script, and we're going to make a new script which will also go onto the crate. So if I got that selected, select the scripts folder, control click, create JavaScript. And let's call this hit objects. So hit objects. We do not need to start this time because we're not recording time or anything to do with that. It's to do with collisions. It's the same thing with the update. We're not checking this every single time a new frame begins. We're actually checking this when a collision occurs. So we're going to have this function called onCollision enter. And it's going to take in a variable, let's call it hit, which will be of type collision. It should turn blue. Open brace, close brace. So when a collision happens between whatever this code goes on and something else that is able to have a collision detected, which reminds me, by the way, let me just jump back for just one moment, that the sphere doesn't need to have a rigid body, but one of the two things that are colliding for a collision to be detected needs to have a rigid body. So it's never a bad idea to have a second rigid body. So let's just add that rigid body one more time, just like that, just to be sure. So right, so two things are going to have rigid bodies. They're going to collide, and this is what's going to happen. We're going to say if the hit, which is detected, is on a game object whose tag equals the tag that we just made. We do equals with two equals signs, and then in double quotes, objects to hit. And I better make sure that I got that correct. So object, see I got it wrong, object to hit. So if whatever this is on hits something, and it is detected, and that something that it hits has that tag, then we want to destroy the crate, destroy it, and add an explosion. So first of all, let's destroy the thing that we've hit, so this hit dot game object. So the sphere, for example, which is tagged that. And we'll destroy the crate itself, which this code is on, the game object. Make sure that it doesn't give you a capital G. And then we're going to instantiate an explosion. So we need an explosion, and we'll assign that over here, so we need to give ourselves a variable, and we'll call it just something different, exp of, now we better call it explosion of type transform. So we're instantiating the explosion just to make it different than the other explosions that we've had. How about explosion on object to hit? That's awfully long, but I'm going with it for now. Explosion to hit is what we're going to be attaching. Where? Well, wherever the transform dot position of the object on which this is on. In other words, the crate is, where the crate is, and the rotation of the crate. Identity. And that will do it. So let's save it, check it. Unknown identifier there we go. Sorry about that. Make sure you got that one. Transform.position. We're good. So save it. This goes on the crate. So here's our crate. So we've got the explosion script. So if it does last for more than 3 seconds, it'll explode. But if it hits something in the meantime, what do we call our script? We called it hit objects. Hit objects. And what does it require? It requires the explosion transform right here, just like before. So now I guess all we need are some things to hit. So sphere, let's move them someplace where I can see them. Here I am. Where am I looking? I'm looking over there. Make it easy on myself. I'll just put a couple. We're sure to get one. And here we go. There they are. So we're looking for that to hit. Third time lucky. Well, oh, for crying out loud. There we go. I don't think I hit it though. Let me one more time. For crying out loud. Hit that. Didn't work. So I'm going to test this right now. I don't think this video has gone on for too long. So what's the problem? Sphere is not tagged. For some reason, I did everything else, but I didn't tag this. So a little bit of troubleshooting here. It's got to be, okay, we made the tag, but I didn't actually tag it. So now it is tagged. So now, let me go find them again. And I'm going to go right up to them so I don't miss. There. Yeah, all right, it works. The end.